Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Star Ladder, and welcome to the Vets.net Challenger Series. We have our first game of the day on this particular channel, GameAgents versus Tricked in the EU division of things. My name is Switchblade J, and I will be your commentator for the day. Well, for the three matches that we will have today. The first of which, of course, is GameAgents versus Tricked Esport. We're here on Cobblestone as the first map. This is the only map of this best of one in this particular game, but it's a very interesting game because it is all going to be coming up Millhouse for one of these sides. One of these two teams will be going forward to the second round group stage to meet up with the best of EU as well. So very important one. Cobblestone is, of course, the map. Bit of an awkward veto, actually, because both these sides don't have amazing Cobblestone track records. Tricked just about beats them out, but not by a huge amount here. So both sides, I'm expecting to see a little bit of... I'm not really sure how to word it, but I'm not expecting to see amazing things out of these two sides, but we'll see exactly how it goes. The knife round, of course, is coming into fruition. So you will see more specifically the choice of side. T-side obviously appreciated here on Cobblestone in particular. One of the only T-sided maps in the pool. Now, being said, both sides, they have a pretty balanced side when it comes to this one. So let's see how they will be able to do it. It's going to be Tricked kicking things off, and they're going to decide to stay on the T side. Makes a lot of sense, all things considered. So yes, the Danes might have a slight advantage to kick things off at the very least. Do let me know specifically who you are supporting tonight. I have already seen a couple of Tricked fans and a couple of GameAgents fans. Excuse me as my voice cracks. But yeah, no, all seriousness, let me know what your thoughts are. Who's going to take this one? Who do you think is going to win our best of one for the day, and who do you think is going through to the group stage? We'll find out that and more, and eliminations as the day does go on through. So let's get started with our pistol round. GameAgents on CT, Tricked on T. The Glocks are out. Quite a utility-heavy setup here coming in from Tricked. They've got the two flashbangs and the smoke on Insta. Console has a smoke and a Molotov. And meanwhile, on the GameAgents side, they've got themselves 4 pieces of Kevlar. Collar has decided not to invest at all. Okay, I would have thought he would have gone for the defuse kit, but he's going to take first face, get a little bit of damage, and PBD is going to be here from long, managing to tap some players down only by a little bit, not a major amount. So only bits of damage being done. Zero's also going to peek up and take down Insta, meanwhile, from the mid doors. As the Bonders go down, it's CT's in a retake, but they've got the man advantage. And Collar's going to take down one more as well. 2 versus 5. It's all just fallen to pieces for the Trick side to kick things off. It's Console, 1v5, no armor, no utility, nothing left. It's going to be a pistol to the favour of GameAgents. Tricked managing to get the bomb plant at least, which is always a plus, but not to be in this particular case. Imagining a full eco to come here from the Danes. Wouldn't surprise me if they did. The Glocks are in play. Flashbang out from Insta. No upgrades on the pistols. Wouldn't expect to see much armor. They're going to go for that early rifle buy, it seems. Everybody else from GameAgents is prepping for it. Rifle base, 2 M4s, 1 FAMAS in play, and only 2 SMGs to try and build up a little bit of cash for the CT side, but this should just be an easy cleanup no matter where the Tricked side do decide to go. They are going quickly into the B halls. And it looks like they're going to set up for a quick flash into drop down into the B site. Bomb planted. 1 SMG to deal with here in the hands of Gabeson. Grenade also going out as well, doing quite a bit of damage. So GameAgents have a good read on this. Playing out their default, but the flash does come through, and Console will lead the charge in, and PBD is just going to mow them down alongside Gabeson. 4 kills for the SMGs, but 3 for PBD in particular. And Fleeve is just left to pick up the pieces and take down Insta as the last frag. Very easy round for GameAgents. Wasn't expecting anything less, and with an easier retake, only proves to be more positive things for them. So we move into the rifle round. The AWP already out from Collar thanks to the SMG money that I think it was PBD managed to pick up in that drop-down room. One of the SMG players had it, and that does get dropped over. AKs, the Galil on the other side for Tricks, the Game Agents. Know exactly what they're going to be going for. Those bought rifles in the last round carrying over means that we do have plenty to work with here. And plenty of balls to work with too, as Carla just peeks out from A-Long, taking down Lucky. The first frag going to the favor of Game Agents already. We're down to a 5 versus 4, and you know the T side hasn't even set up their own. What's the word? They haven't even set up their default, basically. Out towards mid, out towards the B halls. Trick looking for a way back into this round, but it's very, very little to work with at the moment. Smokes do go down from mid and long towards A. Game Agents just sit back and wait for a push from the T's, and Rixu is going to try and pull something away. He's going to make some noise, but it seems a little bit too much here. Don't think that the rest of the CTs will fall for it, so they have stacked B. 2 players here on A, 0 on color. The AWP in particular is covering this off from long range. 45 seconds will remain for Trick. They're playing this super carefully to ensure they do not lose any more, since they are a man down, so this push is going to be getting a very, very difficult task here. So here we go. Flashbangs popped. Stalling for more time. Incendiary down, but it looks like Trick are going to go pushing right through it, and the Molotov will burn down Console. Saucer with a quick trade as well, and Rixu chimes right back, but PBD is also on point. Out towards drop down room, taking down a first, looking for a second, and finds it on Saucer very, very easily. Insta is the last man. The backstab's in from 0. Even if he tries to get the bomb down, there is no chance of survival. He will take down 1 at least, make it expensive for Game Agents, but it's still an M4 and an AWP. Scratch that, make that an AK and an AWP going into the next round for the CT side. Should be noted that Saw is actually standing in for the Tricked side in place of Snedka. So Tricked aren't going into this one 100%. Still got most of their team intact, but that 1 extra player could mean dividends against them. Almost lined up plenty color, but eventually he will get taken down. 2 kills with the AWP. Does go into the hand of Saw. Let's see what he can do with it. He actually managed to only take down 1 player so far, but the T's out towards this side are starting to run out of options here. Rixu picks up the AWP. Insta can't really do anything from his 0. Has taken down 1 more to the 4 versus 2. So the AWP from the CT side doing some amount of work, but now the utility will just rain in. There's not really much that Trick can do from here. They are pinned. PBD is going to take down Insta and leave it all to Rixu with the AWP. See what he can do. Takes down 1, but he can't survive the oncoming onslaught as he gets picked off the action. The AK will actually not... Well, they will stay in play, but they don't manage to get the AWP, so that's unfortunate, but they have got money to buy back, and they will buy back with a double AWP setup as well. 2 M4s on the AK staying in play, of course, so Game Agents do have a chance to build up some money here, but they have struggled to get it started. 4-0, the money line isn't looking amazing. It's looking okay, but not amazing. I'm going to start building it now. They need to keep 3 players and those at least 3 players and those AWPs in play. 5 players would be the ideal scenario. And they are reading pretty well onto what Trick are trying here. They've got 3 players on the B site ready and waiting. They've done their homework. Trick like these B hits. Only gone for 1 A site hit so far in the past 4 rounds, and now it's going to be flashbang rush. Gabeson gets the first on Console. Lockie takes him right back out the action. PBD chimes on through and Insta gets a quick trade. So back to a 3 versus 3. Make that 2 as the CTs get whittled down by Insta's AK. 2 kills for him. And Lockie's just trying to fend them off. Smoke down 0, does peek out and does take down 1 more. And they've got to deal with the backstabbing T-side player. Insta tempted to go through B doors. I saw here on Matrix trying to gain something of the like. Flashbangs in, 0 will make some noise. The scope coming in from the AWP. Will Saw expect this? Head spotted, tap, eventually 0 will burst on the victory, leaving it all down at Insta, who tried to take down 1, but the AWP is not needed. The USP is all color needs. And the Game Agents will be able to take the solid 5 in the first part of this game. Are losing quite an amount of investment though. There's 3 players going down in that last round, and of course the economy still not stabling out since Trick did their damage, means that we haven't really got a whole lot of well, cash to work with. They are going to reinvest, of course, since they can, but if they lose all 5 players now, then that's probably going to be a reset, if not a quasi-force. Game Agents, be wary. Trick don't need to, though. They're going to be on max loss bonus. Of course, the bomb plant in that last round means that they have more than enough to reinvest. Slightly limited on the utility. They've got the AWP, they've got the 4 AKs, and that's what's most important here. And they are going to use this utility very wisely. So far, nothing has been thrown. 6 flashbangs, 3 smokes, 3 Molotovs, and a HE. Versus the full sets that Game Agents did start this game with. Trick are going to take a much more passive stance. As in very passive this time. You should see them going towards the halls or try to set up something in towards aggressive on the A side from mid, but they're just trying to feel out whatever the CT side has to throw at them, and thank God they did. Because Rixu's going to find the opening frag for it, 0 down, cowering in a corner of long. They take one of those M4s straight out of play. It's the opening frag, the man advantage that Trick haven't had all game long so far. "30 seconds to make this push in. They've got the man advantage, so all they need to do is just get the solid frags. Here we go. Utility going over the edge. It's going to be Collar and PBD as the main 2 men to take first face. However, backup is already on rotation, as you can see. Collar gets the first, trying to look for whatever he can, but he gets traded back, and Gabeson and Fleeve, well, they are well out of position for this one. Fleeve is the next responder. The backup has arrived a little bit late, so the bomb will go down. And Trick will now set up the retake against the Game Agents here. Insta's directly below Fleeve, and have absolutely no idea of this. Rixu will punish him, take him right down, leaving it all up to Gabeson, the AWP in this instance. On the CT side, left to just run for the hills and save it, as Trick do get there first on the T side board. And Rixu doing good work for his team. AWP getting the first frag and the 2 follow-ups on the site, so good impact from him. Top fragger for Trick, but not on the server. That is currently contested by Collar and PBD. Yeah, Game Agents a little bit crushed after that last round, after being unable to get the economy state together. They currently are just dropping guns together. They got 2 SMGs in play, the AWP and the 2 M4s as well. I think 1 was saved in that last round. There's Trick coming straight out of the gate, more aggressive in this one. Game Agents do need a reset to try and regain control of the scoreline and put themselves in a very good state to go through to the next stage of the tournament. So, Trick just going for a default information play, trying to get a good read on where these guys are at. AWP shots going down range, but Gabeson with a very good grenade. Rixu down to 38 HP off the bat. It's not a kill, but it is enough to put a severe disadvantage against the AWP for Trick. Let's see if they can try and, amount that little bit of damage into an overall kill. Trick is slowly starting to gain some amount of control right here. Flashbangs coming in towards the drop-down room. Saw backed up by 1 more, and meanwhile towards A, Insta will peek up and take down Collar. So Trick do gain that man advantage early on. PBD is also very, very low of his own accord, trying to find some sort of presence here in drop-down house. Also have Fleeve on the other side. The flashbangs is ready to come in, and Trick is just ready to pour straight out of this room. Here we go, flashbangs out. Saw going to do that opportunity to take down Fleeve. PBD does get a trade, but Saw doubles down for the double kill. Luki also from Matrix shutting down 1 more, leaving it up to 0 as the last man left alive for the CT side. 1 versus 4. Low HP players on the Trick side, but he's got a lot of work to do to try and pick them off. As he gets the first, they'll know his position, and Insta is already here trying to shut him down. And he will be able to do so, absolutely no problems. 5-2, Game Agents still in the lead, but Trick is not going to build back. And they will have 1 more chance here because Game Agents don't have any money. 2 rounds of lost bonus in play. Should imagine to see, at the very least, a quasi, if not a full eco coming out from these guys. But pistols nonetheless. No armor, that's for sure. That's for certain, pretty much. Should be a 5-3 scoreline. Let's see what GameAgents do have to pull out of the hat. Their standard default CT round coming out. Would like to see them stack, maybe try and play the gamble game. You know, if Trick do walk into that pistol storm, the P250s and the CZ could still do some damage at the very least, you know. Take 3 players out and that'd be the end of it, but if not, take all 5 and take the round overall. You know, there's a lot of options that you can use when you've got that much pistol power. A little bit of luck will be required, but in this case, they're just going for their default setup, and Fleeve will try and make it work regardless. Takes down 1 headshot at least. Console also tagged very, very low, so 2 dinks, and now he knows what's coming. CTs will rotate swords, get the quick trade in to try to follow up onto Color, taking him right out of the action. Gabeson also falls, leaving up to 0, and PBD will still do their damage again. Rixo on 1 HP, thanks to a dink and damage being done from the drop-down house player. If they can take him out, if they can take down Console, then that just gets even better for the CT side. But they are just going to choose to back on off. Try to look for exits, perhaps. That's what it looks like right now, at the very least. But T side will push them. And yeah, they're not going to play predictable. GameAgents won't be allowed to do anything. No presence. They realise there's probably a good chance that they're back towards T-Spawn and back towards Halls. So they survive. All 4 survive. That's, you know, thanking the good graces of Console and Rixu. Got very, very close to death thanks to just pistol power. It really proves to show how powerful pistols are. Never underestimate them. The double up will come back out from GameAgents. Put this into decent effect last time around. Let's see if they can do it this time. Once again, that CT default, Fleeve, and Gabeson on the B site, and Collar, and 0 on A. Already the first AWP of the CT side has picked off 1. Rix is down, and that's the AWP from Tricked out of play as well. We'll swap it around. I think Insta's going to go ahead and pick that up. Yep, eventually does, so it has a little bit of firepower left for Tricked out towards his mid position, but they have lost that man advantage, and so far the trend, although it is still early days, the trend for this game has been lose the man advantage and lose the round. And neither side has shown us very much in terms of trying to recover that situation. Oh, this is very risky. Flash your way in, guys. And Carlo will prove the point. Insta down, 3 versus 5. Not a single point of damage done to GameAgents yet by the hands of Tricked. And they will start to flash their way in. Oh no, body blocked by Console. It doesn't matter, he still takes down 0. And Smoke down towards Connector Saw will start to buy his team a little bit of time and a little bit of breathing room to enter in towards the A site now. But PBD still peeks out, takes down Saw. Console with a quick trade, 2 frags, 3 overall, and back to a 2 versus 2 we will go. Bond picked up, looking in for Gabeson, and he finds him as well, leaving it all up to Fleeve. As the last man here. 2K clutch on 1v2, he is in hot. He's got to play around both of these T-side players. And they're both on high HP. This is not a very winnable situation, but it is possible. How possible is it is the question. Console making noise, looking out for Flea. Oh, this is James Bond stuff if I ever saw it. He takes down 1, but he's unable to take down Lucky. Hiding behind the cannon. In the corner. And protecting himself from the flank on that particular position. Trick will lose a lot of players, but they do get their 4th on the board. And GameAgents with 4 rounds of loss bonus and still no economical build. Don't have anything to buy with. So once again, it's just back to pistols. CZ Deagle, or 3 CZs and a Deagle, and 1 USP from Color. A little bit of armor coming out, so it's a bit of a quasi-buy more than anything else here from GameAgents. Look at this, GameAgents will start to get a little bit more aggressive for their own right. They haven't got a whole lot to lose. So the boost comes out and Fleeve takes a little bit of positioning. Playing it smart though. Check this out. Waiting for whoever wants to come up those stairs. I think Console reads it though. Yeah, he is ready for this. GameAgents overall just playing up in very close range angles to try and put these pistols into effect. I'm not sure the console sees Fleeve. He's definitely acting like he did, or he has some sort of information that he's up here. And nothing will be found. Eventually Fleeve will start to peek and console will prompt it out, trying to get that headshot, but he can't seem to do it. Fleeve gets away alive and keeps his CZ in play for just a few more. 45 seconds at the most as Trick now set things up for their push. No man advantage, and they haven't got a whole lot of information towards A. They've been playing mostly towards the B site, and the crossfire is locked towards long, but fortunately, look at Tricked. They're going straight down towards mid, and only PBD is here to try and receive the lone CT player. Eventually, rotations will be called in. He's still doing his damage. Telegram Mixer down to 4. Console will take him out, and the rotations are coming in, but they're cut off here from long. Lucky going to take down Fleeve as well to a 3 versus 5, leaving it sort. Occupying the 2 here towards A long, leaving it down to 1 man on the site to try and retake. Saw looking for colour. Gabeson trying to peek in, and really they're just pinned all across the board with extra rifles to spare. Tricked will lose 1 man, and Zero will pick 1 AK back to go into the next round, but I doubt he'll be able to make a retake work like this. No armour, no utility, just that rifle to spare, and so many players on high HP. He'll save it, and it will go to evens. Tricked even up the scoreline, 5-5. And GameAgents lose the early lead that they had above the Danes.
Terrorists win.
So at least GameAgents do have a little bit of money to play with this time. And the double AWP setup will come out to play with as well, so quite a hard investment into this one. No head armor, but that makes a lot of sense, all things considered. Color's the only man who could afford it with a defuse kit, so everybody else will just go with a little bit extra utility or guns or whatever they really want to go with. And now Tricked will look for a B execution. All presence out towards the B site, and all of it's coming in. Fleeve's going to call this one out. The rotations are going to be massive, but he's in a corner and he's not spotted. He's phased down 1. No, he doesn't. The AWP picks up Saw, and now looking for a little bit more. Almost lines them up, but he can't quite get it. Just a double kill for him before he goes down, and his backup goes down as well, leaving up to Zero and Color as the last 2 left for the CT side. Zero flashing his way in. Rixu doesn't expect it, and he goes down. That's the bomb as well. Insta's on a flank meanwhile, and he's looking for both of these guys. Oh, this is so perfect as he takes down Zero, doubles down, and gets a triple kill overall. Tricked will take a hold of the 6th round, losing a few players, sure, but they've got money for days. They are not sweating economical damage at the moment, as they are just going to rebuy back into this one, and GameAgents will force buy back into this one. Or not, sort of quasi half buy. The scout, the UMP, initially suggested it was going to be a fully fledged force, but they have saved a little bit of cash. 2 Deagles, a CZ. And that is the buy strategy for GameAgents right now. They've got the long-range game to play with, which is a smart decision. Means you can put rifles or deagles like this in towards mid and try to see if you can get an early pick towards that mid position. Trick do like to use that mid position as their default, as we've learned so far here in this game. But GameAgent's still going to decide for that B presence. 3 players here. 2 towards Matrix, 1 towards the chicken coop. 1 more towards mid in the drop-down room. Very little presence on the A site, in fact. It's Color with that scout. And when you say that the scout is the most powerful weapon they have in the current GameAgents buy, not a very confident showing, considering what they have to work with this round. But if you can get a couple of headshots, if you can take a couple of these players out, or at least damage them enough to the point where his teammates can come in and pick up the rest of the pieces, then you got yourself an opportunity here, Tricked. Oh, sorry, GameAgents. Tricked, meanwhile, are running out of opportunities. They are running out of time. 30 seconds, and now that peak will prompt out the rotation, surely. Rixu spotted and all his footsteps getting heard. Collar looking for a shot on Insta, but he can't do it. Insta takes him right back out of the action, and the rotations are slow. GameAgents not 100% confident in the information they've been gifted. As a result, they will throw away the advantage and possibly any chance of really making this retake work. Trick spread out across the board. The Eagles still in play, but they all have to be 1Ds if you want to have a chance of taking these guys out. It's only Insta that's been tagged up. And you can see GameAgents are already trying to back away and look for exit frags above the T side. We go 7-5 up for Trick. They take the lead away and they start to pull away from GameAgents. Rixu looking for a lucky wallbang, but he's not going to find it in this case. Console could catch Fleeve off on the cross, not quite. This bomb is too far to take, no way for GameAgents right now, and they're not even going to get any exit frags at all. 7-5 to the favour of the T side and the Danes. GameAgents are still having money problems. On max loss bonus, 7 rounds lost in a row. They still can't buy together a fully fledged buy. They have to go with a slightly weaker FAMAS on Fleeve. And straight in the T side, Rixu's going to cover off Matrix, and this is a default that GameAgents like to run, but will they fall for it this time? That is the real question, really. Oh, great grenade on Console. And she lands more damage on Sawyer, actually. Could have done a lot more. He's going through. Molotov's going down. Lucky leading the charge, but PBD is here towards drop down, and he takes himself 2 frags. The T's in 3, still coming around. Lucky gets 1 frag, but PBD lines them up, almost gets himself a quad, but he'll be happy with the triple because Gabeson's still here towards Coop, and he's going to take down Insta, leaving it all on Rixu. A 1 versus 3, trying to look for this wall banger, gets damaged, but no kill, and now they know exactly where he is. His second ult trying to rotate and look for him. Does spot him, does take him down, and Gabeson does fall. But that's finally going to be a 6th round on the board for GameAgents. Still, I'm concerned about the money line. GameAgents have been basically suffocated of making any decent money in this round in this match so far. As Trick have just done damage per damage, round victories against them, and really hurting this economy means that if they get reset now, we're looking at a 9-6 scoreline, no doubt about it. They made on the utility set, but they've still got the full rifles in play. The single AWP, the 3 M4s, and the AK save from the last. Tricked spread across the map. Looking for a way in. Looking for information, looking for that opening pick that they have been able to relish in over the course of this particular match. A minute still left to go on the clock here, and Trick have only done damage, no kills per se. As GameAgents, if they want to take this half back away from Trick, still have a chance to do so. Insta. Oh no, Zero! The timing was awful! Could have had such a good kill, but not to be in this case. A 4 versus 4 does ensue now. 35 seconds will remain for Trick to try and set this up. And look at the setup right now. They don't really know where they're going. All out towards underpass, trying to make their way up through mid. The AWP from Color is ready to receive, and he gets a good shot against Lucky as well. Trying to cover off the other side as well on his lonesome backstab. Oh, sorry, backstab is incoming from Console, but it's cut off by Gabeson. And the rest of the CTs who have rotated in time. Console getting taken down. Saw last man left. And then he gets shut down all the same. So GameAgents have one last chance to still win out this half. 7-7. The scoreline is even once again. The double up setup is back out to play with here. GameAgents made it so far so effective in this game. They've broken a couple of times by Tricked, but they have managed to run away with all those times when it has been broken. Already the default coming in, and it looks like they've pretty much decided on what they want to go for already. But look at Fleeve. He's going to bracket all of them in. If he can get by undetected, then this is going to be serious damage to Trick. They're going to put some utility down range as well, Game Agents, but Fleeve ain't moving. Now the utility will come through. The Molotov's going to do some serious damage, and as a result, Gabeson will take advantage of it, taking down the first. Flash banged out. Fleeve gets the backstab in, and Rixu will burn him alive, but the AWP still on the fountain. Does get traded out to a 2 versus 3, but it's still to the advantage of Game Agents, and Sewer is on 33 HP. This is not looking good whatsoever for Trick now. As the grenades go through, Console and Sword trying to fight their way out of a corner, and getting the backstab together as well is Zero, taking down Console, dropping the bomb, and that should be the round and a half to the favour of the Game Agents. 8-7 is our ending scoreline. And speaking of scorelines and speaking of lines in general, we have our money lines from bet.net. You can see them at the top of the screen. 2.06 if you want to put some money down for the Tricked side. So if you don't want to get invested in this match, then you can go right ahead and do so. Live in-play playing on this match and many other matches going on today, tomorrow, and throughout the rest of the esports world and Counter-Strike in particular. So, Game Agents in the lead, Game Agents with the odds in their favour. But now, can they take those odds and turn it into a match and a spot at the second group stage? Pistol round coming into the Zero on the P250 and Armor, so Raid Boss being played. And Rixu's already don't think he saw those players. Because I'm pretty confident he didn't. He's going to run straight into Long, and yeah, he definitely didn't now. Simple headshot, 3 players spotted, that's the bomb and everything, and now the CTs know exactly what's going on. That backstab also, those 2 players coming in towards drop down, trying to take that connector control and cut off any further CT rotation. They will in fact get a backstab together, and Lucky will end up falling. Saw gets a quick trade, but he's dealt with. No, never mind, Insta's dealt with, and Saw is let up to challenge, and he'll get shut down all the same, leaving it up to Console as the last man on the backstab. Nothing available for him. We'll take down Zero at least, but that's about it here. Gabeson will be the man to finish it off with a little bit of assistance from Colour. And the T side start to roll their way on through. Again, both sides relatively even when it comes to their win rates and when it comes to their side biases. There is no T side or CT side advantage when it comes to looking at each of these isolated teams, so really this game could go either way. Let's see what they do here. Flashbang over. Nice blind there from Tricked. Does stall for a couple of seconds, get themselves set up, get into positions where they can look for a little bit more information and potentially do some damage. Saw close range with the P250, gets one. Console with the Deagle as well comes up, but he's dealt with. Insta's dealt with. Then leaves it up to Rixu. And Lucky coming in from the backstab, but that should be all he can find right here because the CTs are locked out and Rixu will fall. Lucky last man. And he is dead all the same. 10-7. Game Agents re-establish their lead and re-establish their dominance on this T side. Straight in once again for the T side. Grenades going down. Zero will get the opener on Console. And Tricked, well, I'm just going to waste no time in getting pretty much torn apart here. Game Agents realizing it's a full eco. And they're going to rip straight through the CT side that remains. It's now down to the Danes to have a chance in hell. AWP out for Rixu. 4 M4s. If they lose this one, the chance of comeback goes from being okay to suddenly very not okay. So a very crucial round, to say the least, from these guys. Of course, if you're excited for the rest of the tonight, wherever you are, if you're excited for the rest of the broadcast today, we've got Epsilon taking on K-Tech in a bit after this particular matchup. So exciting times to be seen all around. But for now, it's just GameAgents taking on Tricked. And we are seeing them already get the first frag. A simple peek from Color to shut down Saw. Great timing from the GameAgents side, and Tricked couldn't really do much about it. Well, Saw couldn't do much about it, and Tricked are going to start to struggle as a result. Not much they can do about losing a man here. Try and get a trade potentially. But no one from GameAgents is showing themselves. They just had that first aggressive peek with the AWP, and they back straight off. Just leave it be. Let it simmer for a bit on Tricked and take a small amount of control towards drop down. They probably realize they have drop down control now, especially with that smoke going down. Flashbangs go over. Trying to prompt out a response from Tricked, maybe giving them a second frag. But GameAgents either way, they have a simple push in towards the site to make work, and it should be simple enough. They've got a stack. Flashbangs good. Fleeve does get traded out, but Zero's hit. And it's Gabeson. And they take down 2 more for that one, leaving it all lucky a 1 versus 4. Not much he can do here. He is going to go ahead and back off into Rapunzel Tower. Well, I've been told it's Rapunzel Tower. I just always call it Sniper Tower. Doesn't have an official call out, so, you know. He's going to save it. This is going to be a 12th round for the GameAgents side. (12-7). And Tricked were holding at least a decent fight on their T side. It's all kind of gone quiet when they moved over to CT side. Admittedly, you do have to keep into account that we do have a stand-in for the Tricked side. They aren't competing with their full roster. Snedko's been traded out for Saw, so I imagine that there are some problems in regards to team composition overall, but still Tricked not looking good at the moment, and that is the bottom line. GameAgents straight in. First frag on Lucky. Down aggressive console. Doesn't really know where to go. Just caught off by the spray coming in from that corner wall. Insta trying to take down Zero. Does get in, but that's just all for naught here. Saw is the last man standing. The AWP picked up from the earlier kill. He's traded all the same by the AK. It's 13-7 max loss bonus in play for the Tricked side. And they really need to get a bite together now. Else GameAgents will force them down to a force or an eco. And chances are they'll take control of the game because of that 15-7, 16-7. GG, no re. GameAgents go through to the next stage. And Tricked will have to fight their way back a little bit longer. Here we go. Once again, round 21. The defaults come into effect for both sides. Color, Gabeson, Fleeve. All out towards the backhand side of B long. Looking for a way in, but so far it is just not to be. Insta's also here. Oh, spots Gabeson and shuts him down. Nice start from Trick, but does he realize the man close? Just about gets away alive. Sawyer's here to back him up. He's desperately looking for Color as well. That no-scope almost landed. He's looking for Fleeve. He doesn't even know he's made his way into Matrix corner. Shuts him down. 4 versus 4. Now looking for Sawyer as well. Double kill. Double down. The AWP can't even hit him. Console has taken him out of the action, and Rix's here to block it off. Okay. 2 versus 2. And he'll look for his third. Can't quite land it. It's PDP. Can't quite line it up on Lucky either. So close, and yet so far from GameAgents. As Tricked barely cling on to the last stages of life. A balked by, to say the least, from Tricked right now. Orb out. UMP, 1M4. They are going to be able to use the M4 to good effect. Lucky in particular will take down Fleeve and PBD. He's not going to get much more than that as Zero trades him back to a 3 versus 3. So, insta quick flashbang over. Doesn't catch anybody off, but he manages to buy himself a little bit of time to quickly cross the APC. But still, the teams are here. One man up close and personal at the half full, looking for whatever he can. Console trying to tap his way, and he gets shut down instantly. Insta burning alive, forced back into a very open position, but he does still manage to take down Gabeson. Leaving up to Zero and Collar. Zero takes down one more, leaving it all up to Sewer. The stand-in big boy, can he go big for Tricked? Spotted, pixels all he needs. And Collar will shut him down to reset Tricked at the worst possible time here. They gotta force up, there's no other options. It's gonna be a double eco either way. And they gotta just luck it out. Pray to the... I was going to say RNG this, but it's not RNG, is it? Just pray to the Counter-Strike gods for a miracle at this point. Because right now they need a hell of a miracle. A gift of $16,000 would be nice. But a gift of 6 or 7 or 8, even 8 rounds would be also nice as well. Sadly, that doesn't work in this world. You have to work for your points. And in this case, Tricked are going to be denied any by the likes of GameAgents. They're just getting picked apart one by one by one. And Console is left alone. Last man standing for Tricked. Tees to his left and his right. Grenades ringing in. And here he is, stuck in the middle with you. There's nothing he can do at this point. He might be able to catch off Fleeve. Fair enough. The T's are all around him. He's cornered. And Color will take him down. 15-8. GameAgents now on the cusp of going to the second round group stage. It's looking more than likely here, guys. Danish dominance was unable to get started today. You can see it from the numbers as well. Great performance from GameAgents, shutting down Tricked left, right, and center. And one more force buy for the road here for Tricked. They're just going to get shut down very, very easily. PBD, easy double kill. Eventually, it will just be a very easy affair for the rest of the T side. At the very least, they are trading it back to a 2 versus 2, but Zero on the backstab will take down the last, leaving it on Console. CZ picks off one more. Okay, maybe a lifeline brought up, but I'm not 100% sure how far it's going to last. Zero's creeping around. Never mind, he's just running around. AK, he knows he can go aggressive like this. He's got a CZ. He's got a rifle. And it takes one spray down to win it out. It's 16-8. It's GameAgents going forward to the next round of the group stage. And what a shame it has been here from the Tricked side. They will have to fight their way. They are still 2-0 up in the stage. They go 2-1 in the Swiss system. So they do have another chance. So make sure you come back if you do want to see, if they want to see a little bit more later on down the line. But for now, we're going from GameAgents versus Tricked straight over to another series right here. It is Epsilon taking on Click Tech on Inferno. So do not go anywhere. We've got much more epic CSGO action coming.